This is the Mashvisor Real Estate Podcast, top 5 rental properties of this week, episode number 8. Hey guys, this is Mike Richardson, the Senior Investor Consultant and Product Specialist here at Mashvisor. I'm so happy to welcome you to the episode number 8 of our Real Estate Podcast, top 5 rental properties of this week. Now, as spring is approaching and the weather is starting to warm up, the U.S. housing market is heating up too. Did you know that spring and summer are the best times to buy a property? No one wants to move homes in the winter when it's cold and kids are at school. The majority of home seller listings for sale in the spring and summer seasons, which makes it the best time for investors to buy. The increasing number of real estate listings means that you will have more properties to choose from and won't have to enter into bidding wars with other buyers. So if you're thinking of investing into real estate properties to rent out anytime soon, you've come to the right place. Now, as always, this week I will walk you through some of the absolutely most lucrative real estate investment opportunities in the U.S. residential market. Once again, I started my week by opening up the Mashvisor Real Estate Analysis software on my computer to look for most profitable real estate rental properties in the U.S. Now, Mashvisor makes it super easy to locate top-performing opportunities which match all your investor criteria. For example, you can choose your market, you can select your budget and expected return income, you can set up your expectations for return on investment, and our platform will provide you with a list of all of the available listings for sale in the area which match your criteria. In this way, what we've done is turn 3 months of real estate research into just 15 minutes. With a few clicks of a button, you can search for properties and analyze their investment potential quickly and efficiently. So in preparation for this week's episode of our podcast, I looked at a few different markets and a few different price points. I know that every investor has different preferences and has access to different financing resources. That's why I wanted to make sure that I meet the needs and requirements of each and every one of you. So we are about to take a look at the top 5 rental properties of this week. But before we start, let me tell you a little bit about these properties. Now, these are current MLS listings which are on the market for sale. You can find a link to each of these property listings on the Mashvisor platform in the show notes below. Each listing provides you with full property information, description, and characteristics. But that's not all. Each listing also comes with its comprehensive investment property analysis. This analysis is accurate and trustworthy as it's conducted by Mashvisor's machine learning algorithms. That's powered by artificial intelligence. All our analysis is based off performance of actual rental comps in the area and uses data from reliable sources such as the MLS, Airbnb, and others. So if any of these 5 rental properties grab your attention, make sure to check it out right away. Now, as mentioned before, these properties are currently available for sale as of this moment. However, properties like these don't stay on the market for too long. Don't let other savvy investors snatch these opportunities from you. And one last thing, I'd like to assure that Mashvisor is not involved in the sale of these properties in any way. We don't make money from real estate transactions. We are not a brokerage. We're a real estate investment software company which helps you find the best opportunities in the U.S. housing market before other investors. Let's dive in right now. This week we'll be looking at what many might consider surprising locations for investing into real estate. These are not major cities such as LA, New York, Chicago, and Boston, which comes to mind when you think about rental properties. These are secondary markets, which makes them perfect for first-time investors. Here are the top 5 properties of this week according to Mashvisor. First on our list is in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Now, Myrtle Beach has been one of the hottest destinations for vacation rental investments for the past few years. We at Mashvisor have been highlighting the investment potential of this market for a while. Myrtle Beach is a famous vacation resort on the Atlantic coast of South Carolina. It is home to the Grandstand, which is a 60-mile long string of marvelous beaches. It's also featured world-class golf courses. This makes it a hot vacation spot, thus a perfect market for investors in short-term rentals. One of these opportunities that we found for you is a single-family home with the address of 4149 Steeplechase Drive in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. The zip code is 29588. The asking price is $259,900, offering you 4 beds and 3 baths. It's a great looking property in a great location of the city. The property's only been on the market for 16 days as of today. The average occupancy rate in the market is around 50%, and the optimal strategy is an Airbnb single-family home with as many bedrooms as possible. So we wanted to find you something that has the right price point for the right rate of return. Now, what's great about this deal is for first-time investors who are getting into Airbnbs, you have a secondary strategy of a traditional strategy. We'll talk about that in a moment as well. Starting with our outstanding Airbnb potential, we're talking about a property that could generate averagely through a comparable rental income of actual comps in the area of $3,000 in income per month. That's $36,000 in annual gross for a $259,000 home. Now, we've accounted for some expenses like insurance, utilities, management, maintenance, and property taxes, and a slight HOA fee. And when you exclude those fees, you end up with $1,667 of pure cash flow. That puts your cap rate at 7.7%. You have an average occupancy rate of 56%. So if you're an investor who wants to finance, you can easily put 20% down on a deal like this. Your 20% would be around an $860 monthly mortgage, yielding an $800 cash flow. That puts your cash on cash return at 16%. Or almost 17%. But that's not all with this property. As mentioned earlier, this also offers you a traditional strategy as well. So if you've started with an Airbnb and you feel at any point you want to switch over from an Airbnb to a traditional strategy, you have a secure backbone here. This property will generate around $1,700 monthly with its monthly mortgage and its recurring expenses. You will still be on the positive. You will cash flow with a deal like this, putting your cap rate at 5% and your cash on cash return at almost 4.75%. So a great deal for investors who are looking for a flexible property with both strategies in an easy market to get into at a reasonable price. So if this is the property that matches your criteria, feel free to check it out in our show notes below. Next on our list is Lake Ariel, Pennsylvania. It's a small town in the state of Pennsylvania. It's a small community in the Pocono Mountains of northeastern Pennsylvania. Now, it's a family-friendly location which offers many tourist attractions and activities outdoors. It's been a popular tourist destination for families which want to take a break from the busy city life. Short-term rental properties are practically profitable here. We found an outstanding opportunity for you in the area. It's a gorgeous home. It's re-renovated, offering you 3 beds. The asking price is only $129,900. It's a single-family home, and the address is 987 Lake Ariel Highway, Pennsylvania, and the zip code is 18436. It offers you 1,320 square footage. Putting its rental potential with a deal like this at $3,331, you're bringing in over $37,000 in annual gross. Now, we've, as mentioned, accounted for expenses like insurance, if there's any management fees, taxes, and maintenance to help you get a clear cash flow perspective. And that puts your cash flow at $1,966 with one of the best cap rates I've seen on deals like this at an 18.16%. This is a $129,000 home generating an 18%. The average occupancy rate in the area is at 56%. With this property around the same range of 50% occupancy rate, this is an easy deal to get into if you're really loving the Airbnb market. It's not too costly, so a property that you can take risk with. You can easily put 20% down, around $26,000 on a deal like this, and you'll easily be paying off your monthly mortgage. You'll pay off your recurring expenses and still cash flow $1,500 a month. That puts your cash on cash return at 53.67%. So if you are an investor who wants to get into potential Airbnbs and unsure of location, because most great Airbnb locations like Miami, like Los Angeles, like Austin, Texas, the price point is so expensive, it makes it very difficult to compete. So we wanted to share a deal that is easy to get into and has great rental potential. So if you are an investor who wants to explore Airbnbs, we have a deal for you. So feel free to check it out in our show notes below. Next on our list is Wailuku, Hawaii. Great area which offers the best of both worlds. We found a deal that is great for investors who are looking into potential Airbnbs. It's a single family home. The address is 33 Kanalu Street, Wailuku, Hawaii, and the zip code is 96793. The asking price is $949,000, offering you 3 beds, 2 baths, over 2,000 square footage. This is a great looking property. I was really shocked when I looked at some of the pictures. A property that really stood out, and it's in a gated community in one of the best areas for potential Airbnbs. The average Airbnb occupancy rate is 50% in the market, but with a property like this and such a unique structure for an investment property at the right price point, you could be generating phenomenal return. The potential Airbnb income is $8,000 a month. That puts your overall gross at a phenomenal income. With your recurring expenses at $3,200, you're cash flowing over $4,500 a month with a potential cap rate at 6%. So if you're looking for an outstanding, unique Airbnb and looking to buy something in Hawaii, we found a deal for you. If you want to finance and you want to put 20% down, you can easily do that. Pay off your monthly mortgage. That would be around $3,200 a month. You'd easily be paying off that mortgage and your recurring expenses and still be on the positive. Your cash-on-cash return will still be at 10%, with an average occupancy rate of 63%. Now, this property could be marketed through other platforms like TripAdvisor, VRBO, and bring in much more phenomenal return. We've done some more research about local management companies that have helped investors in the area. They can easily push up your occupancy rate of around 15% added value. That puts your annual gross at $120,000 in annual gross. You'll be cash flowing $4,000 a month, paying off your mortgage and your recurring expenses, and all it will take for you to get into a property like this is $190,000. You're talking about a $949,000 home with a 9% cap rate. So if you're an investor who loves looking at Airbnbs, we have a deal for you. This property won't stay on the market for long. It's only been on the market for 9 days now. So if this is a property that matches your criteria, make sure to check it out in the show notes below. Next on our list is in Norcross, Georgia. Now, this is a relatively small town in the state of Georgia. It's been consideredly ranked as one of the best places to live in Georgia. It offers its residents a suburban feeling, and it's an excellent living standard. Now, what we've noticed, a lot of Airbnbs have been purchased in the area, so we've started exploring potential Airbnbs for a market like this. We found a great townhome in the area. The address is 2629 Wild Laurel Court, and that's in Norcross, Georgia. The zip code is 30071. The asking price is $335,000, offering you 4 beds and 3 baths with over 2,000 square footage. It's a beautiful looking property, well maintained, and the property is fully furnished for you to put on the Airbnb right away. It's only been on the market for 12 days as of today. The property has a potential rental income of $4,300 through comparable rental income in the area. That puts your annual gross at $50,000 in pure annual gross. Now, after reducing your recurring expenses of $2,000, the property will be cash flowing $2,300 monthly, putting your expected cap rate at 8.47%. Now, if you're an investor who likes to finance, you can plug in your mortgage criteria and put 20% down on a deal like this, pay off your monthly mortgage, pay off your recurring expenses, and still cash flow. You'd be cash flowing around $1,200 a month with an 80% outstanding occupancy rate. But that's not all. If you're an investor who is looking into also traditional strategies, this is a deal for you. The property brings in $2,000 in comparable rental income through a traditional strategy. Paying off your monthly mortgage and your recurring expenses, you would easily be able to pay off a property like this. So if you're looking for properties that you want to hold down, this is a deal that is a suitable fit for you. Last but not least, on our list is Apollo Beach, Florida. It's a great area along the Tampa Bay and one of the most attractive parts of the Tampa metropolitan area. Apollo Beach is a great place to live as it offers many of the advantages of city living without the drawbacks. That's why the population is quickly growing as more and more people decide to move there from other Florida areas. It's quickly turning into one of the most popular Florida attractions too. Short-term rentals are legal, but face certain restrictions. So you want to make sure to work with a great property manager and an experienced real estate agent. We found one of the best deals on the platform at Mashvisor for you. It's a single family home. The address is 532 Flamingo Drive, and that's in Apollo Beach, Florida. The zip code is 33572. The asking price is $429,000, offering you 4 beds, 2 baths, 1,825 square footage. Going through this property, it's a real unicorn. This property is still on the market. It's only been there for 4 days. A year built of the property is 2020, so it's still a new listing. The property is for investors who are looking into either Airbnb and traditional strategy. The average Airbnb occupancy rate in the area is at 58%, so we are looking at a stable market. Now, either if you decided to take an Airbnb approach or a traditional approach, this property is the right fit for you. It has a potential rental income of $6,000 in monthly gross through an Airbnb strategy. That puts your annual gross at $72,000. Paying off your recurring expenses between management, maintenance, property taxes, and others, you'd be paying all of that off and cash flowing $4,000 a month. That is a great deal. We just found a $429,000 home with an 11% cap rate, with an average occupancy rate of 70%. So just to make this deal even easier for you, if you want to finance to get a deal like this, you put 20% down, that's around $85,000. You'll be paying off your monthly mortgage, you'll pay off your recurring expenses, and still cash flow $2,524 a month. This is a property that is so conservative through an Airbnb strategy, you need to buy right away. So if this property matches for you as an Airbnb strategy, please take a look at it as soon as possible. It still offers you a great traditional backbone of $2,400 a month, paying off your monthly mortgage, paying off your recurring expenses. You're still on the positive. And as mentioned, this is an upcoming market, so you want to get into deals like this as quick as possible. These are properties that will grow in value over the time. The asking price is $429,000. In the last couple of days, Redfin's estimated the valuation of the property at $431,000. Market is growing tremendously fast. So this is a market you need to explore, and this is one of the best deals in the area. So feel free to check out this property in our show notes below. So guys, these are the 5 absolute most profitable investment properties in the U.S. real estate market of this week. I've looked at literally dozens of markets and thousands of listings to pick these 5 properties for you. If you happen to like any of them, make sure to check out right away. Properties like this don't stay on active for more than a few days. They get snatched by investors within days. However, if you don't think that any of these rentals is the right fit for you as an investment strategy, you should still check out the Mashvisor website. There you'll find 500,000 properties for sale, include MLS listings, foreclosures, bank-owned homes, and other off-market properties. These properties cover the entire U.S. housing market, and most importantly, they come with readily available investment potential analysis. You will see what rental income, recurring expenses, occupancy rates, cash flow, and cash-on-cash returns, and even cap rates to expect. The analysis covers both traditional and Airbnb strategies. We're almost done for today, but before I go, I want to give you a special gift so that you can turn your real estate investment dreams into reality. You can sign up for Mashvisor's platform with promo code TOP5 for a 7-day free trial. That is capital T, capital O, capital P. and then the number 5. And this way, you don't have to take my word for granted. You can experience the full potential of our platform for yourself. And at the end of the 7-day free trial, you will enjoy a great 15% discount on your quarterly or annual subscription to Mashvisor for life. So instead of paying the standard $50 monthly fee, we're dropping the price down to you for $42 a month. For a most trusted source of real estate data and analytics in the U.S. residential market. All that with promo code TOP5. And if you're still not sure how to start your investment journey, I'm here to help. I'm here to give you one-on-one consulting sessions to help you identify the best markets and the most suitable properties for your specific situation. Just go to the Mashvisor website and schedule a demo with me. I'm here to answer all your questions about real estate investing. So guys, that's all for me for this week. I hope you enjoyed learning about the top 5 rental properties this week. I will be back next week with more outstanding opportunities. Meanwhile, happy investing.